you seen Star Wars?
I remember last year, maybe even like a year and a half ago, there were rumors that Bo-Katan would be co-starring in a spin-off series with Cara Dune, and these two characters would be the leads of their own show, and with hindsight we can all assume that this would have been the Rangers of the New Republic show that Lucasfilm revealed, but with Gina Carano fired and Rangers seemingly cancelled, it seemed like Bo-Katan would not get her time to shine, but that changes today because we do have an update on that. But before we get into all that, please leave a like on today's video if you support Mandalore and subscribe to the channel for more Star Wars content. So recently the website The Hashtag Show ran a report saying that they heard Bo-Katan would be appearing in her own Star Wars spin-off series that is going to release late 2023 or early 2024. If this is true, you can bet that the third season of The Mandalorian is going to end in a way that leaves a lot of potential story for Bo-Katan. What makes this even more curious is Ming-Na Wen, who plays Fennec Shand, quote tweeted the article by saying, "Congratulations to Katie Sackhoff, who does play Bo-Katan in, I think, both the Clone Wars, Rebels, and of course, live action in The Mandalorian." And then naturally the tweet was deleted later because Lucasfilm PR or her PR team noticed that this wasn't an official news site for Star Wars. So what's going on here? Is this show really happening? Was it a mistaken quote tweet that is likely a good gesture of, just goodwill instead of confirmation of something? I can see there being a lot of gray areas of truth to all of this. Some people don't even really trust the website yet, Hashtag Show. I don't know what they've reported on that has come correct. I know I've talked about them a couple times on the show, but only a couple because I haven't seen any of their scoops be confirmed just yet. But it is curious to think of Bo-Katan getting her own spin-off series after The Mandalorian seasons 2 and 3. At the moment, she doesn't really seem like a character to carry her own spin-off series, but with her co-starring apparently with Cara Dune, it made a little bit more sense. If you think about her having a series starring her and Cara Dune, and it's Rangers of the New Republic, I feel like it would be an easier sell if you had both of these characters, who I don't think can stand on their own, working together than them both just doing their own spin-off series. So at the moment, if the Bo-Katan series is happening, then maybe her role in Season 3 of The Mandalorian is bigger than what we expected. This clearly is the issue of who is going to run Mandalore. I mean, she was not happy with Din getting the Darksaber, but it's kind of weird because it doesn't make sense, because I could have sworn she gave Satine the Darksaber in Star Wars Rebels, so I don't know what the issue is with Din having it. Maybe she doesn't feel like he has like the royalty in his name or blood. So her spin-off series could either take place before Mandalorian Season 2 or after Mandalorian Season 3. Both of these options could actually be really fun because we don't know what she does after Star Wars Rebels, but I think a interesting route to go would be post-Mandalorian Season 3. That's the best option. We sometimes forget that we've seen Bo-Katan since Season 4 of the Clone Wars, and that's 10 years now. That came out in 2012, and Jesus Christ, 10 years. But yes, we have 10 years of Bo-Katan being involved in Star Wars, and not really in any small capacity either. I mean, she started off in Death Watch in the Clone Wars. She was a villain, and she eventually left when Maul took over because he was an outsider and he's not supposed to rule Mandalore. After that, she fought the Empire in Star Wars Rebels, and then in Rebels, she gave Satine the Darksaber to lead their people. So with her being in the Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, and now The Mandalorian, in terms of like shows that she appears in, it's the same thing as Ahsoka. We have a lot more history with Bo-Katan than I think a lot of fans might even remember. So do I think she's an interesting character? At the moment, not really. I don't think she can carry her own show. She's not a bad character by any means. I just don't feel much connection to her at the moment or much intrigue in her character. But, Bo was a pretty good villain, and now she's, I guess you could say, on the good side, quotation marks, but I think she operates in that middle ground area. She doesn't really seem bound by morals, but mostly for a duty to her people. She seems like a character who's much more interested in doing things for her people's sake, for her planet's sake, for the culture's sake, and I like that. That could be a good series to explore the culture and history of Mandalore by having the star of the show be someone who was involved in the rise and fall of Death Watch, but also the overthrowing of Mandalore. Don't forget, her sister Satine was also the Prime Minister of Mandalore at the time, so if you do, I mean, I'm not going to say a prequel series because that would be ridiculous trying to see her before the Clone Wars. It's a cool idea, but Katie Sackhoff may be a little too old to play a character that young. But just in general, seeing the show play out could be a good idea. They could sell us on the show if Season 3 of The Mandalorian features her heavily and makes her someone that you want to see more of. And I think this isn't a bad move by Lucasfilm, making this a spin-off series. It really depends on what happens with Mandalorian Season 3, but if they end Season 3 with them taking back Mandalore and they've claimed it and they're going to run it, maybe a Bo-Katan series of her dealing with the politics of Mandalore, or whatever's going to happen with her and the future of Mandalore. It's very interesting, and I'm really curious on when this would take place, because we don't really know what she was doing up until season 2 of The Mandalorian. We saw her in Rebels for a little bit, but I mean, how long of a gap is that between those two shows? I would probably say a little bit around 20 years, right? I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating, but I think it would be around 20 years. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Bo-Katan should get her own spin-off series? And if she does, what should it be about? When should it take place? Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like on today's video to help me beat the YouTube algorithm. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe for more content like this. Check out the Tatooine show that we do every Wednesday night. Follow the official YouTube channel, as well as all of our social media accounts. Thank you all for watching. May the Force be with you, always.